Feeling isolated and alone can be one of the most suffocating experiences in both the investment world and in agriculture. I know firsthand. My name is Kevin Van Trump. I'm the CEO and founder of Farm Direction and the Van Trump Report. I was raised in a small rural ag community, then transported in what felt like a time machine to the center of the investment world. My wife, Michelle, and I were extremely young when we were married. She'd gotten the opportunity and landed a big job offer on Michigan Avenue. And let's just say I was lost in a big city. I knew someone that knew someone, and they gave me an opportunity at a large trading firm. I started at the very bottom, but with honesty and hard work, I climbed my way up out of the ranks. It was really scary at first, there's no question. I had no idea how things worked in the investment world, and I didn't know anybody. But by age 25, I was trading fairly large positions in Deutschmarks and Swiss francs from my office above the Florida-Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I then began to trade stock indexes, livestock at the CME, and eventually started trading treasuries and notes over at the CBOT. It was there that I started to meet some older and more experienced veteran traders who took me under their wing. They said they loved my work ethic and my good old boy nature. And I was eventually introduced to some of the world's largest grain and ag traders. I like to tell folks this is where things really change. It's probably a game-changing experience in my life. I watched how these masters of the markets approached every trade, where they got their information, how they digested it, and best of all, how they used that in those strategies to make massive profits. Now, certainly they had their fair share of losers, and I watched some lose massive amounts of money. But as a whole, they were really the best I had ever seen in the business. To make a long story short, my wife and I had 2 children. We just had 2 children, and we really missed that small rural town lifestyle that we grew up with. I'd gotten lucky and made some good trades, really gave us more money than we thought we would ever need. Keep in mind now, neither my wife's family or my family had much money growing up. Both our fathers were blue-collar workers. My father was in the sheet metal union his entire life. My wife's father was an insulator. So our perspective of a lot of money is probably different than a lot of folks when we were that age. We thought we had just won the lottery, so to speak. And looking back, we kind of laugh now. But hey, it's like I said, life is all about perspective, and that's what we try to help people with. We try to help people gain other perspectives, as we came from that small rural lifestyle. We came from those small rural towns. We understand what it's like to be isolated in some degree out in the communities and in those communities, and you need to have other perspectives and people out there who can relay some information or the way things are moving and shaping up. We moved back to our small hometown when we were kids, just after we had had our kids. And I soon became inundated with questions from farmers, friends, investors, my family members, about my life as a professional trader and as an investor. Let's just say I was able to act as a translator between those who were on the inside and those who were on the outside. Remember, I'd been blessed to work along some of the brightest and sharpest minds in the financial world. Several of the folks that I had worked with and gone out at night and had a few drinks with and things like that are really the folks that wrote many of the leading technical analysis books, financial books, some of the fundamental analysis books that are some of the most sought after and revered in the market today. So like I said, I was lucky, right place, the right time, met some great folks, and they taught me everything that they had known. Really, I went from knowing nothing and nobody in Chicago and in the investment world to holding some of the keys, to the kingdom, so to speak, once they taught me about how the markets really moved, how they breathed, how things reacted, and how they were able to use their skills. I suspect that they had learned from their fathers or other members of their community in the investment space, and they had passed those along to myself. So I am definitely forever blessed for the experience to have been in Chicago and to have been at some of the larger exchanges in the world. Like I said, those things were all instrumental in giving me the tools that I needed to pass along. So let's fast forward to 2007. I'd been working moved back home. I was running a floor at the Kansas City Board of Trade. This was after the Renewable Fuel Standard started, the RFS. It started to gain traction, and there were many hedge fund buddies of mine and energy traders that I had known who were looking to move money into the ag space. I started fielding a lot of calls from some of the larger money managers and traders that knew very little about agriculture and farming, but they knew a lot about energy trading and things of that nature. And they wanted to plow money into the markets, sensing the opportunity associated with biofuels. So I started getting enough calls from these fund managers in Boston and New York, and guys that I had met through the years, that I just started putting my own thoughts and knowledge about the markets in a daily email. It helped me gain better perspective with my own strategies, my own positions, and was helping my friends in the investment world at the same time learn more about our world in rural America, learn more about farming, learn more about agriculture. And I kind of combined the two, and soon my daily thoughts started to spread, and the email was being widely read each morning. Now it's being read by some of the biggest traders in the world. We're in over 35 countries, I think close to 40 countries. We have congressmen, senators that subscribe to the report, and it's been a huge blessing. My wife and I are forever grateful, and we really appreciate all the support and all the wonderful people that we have met through the years. The bottom line is we have the same common ground, we feel like. We have the same common ground with a lot of folks that subscribe to the letter. We love rural America. We love the lifestyle it's provided our family and how we were brought up and raised. And we want to build a legacy that we can leave to help our children and their children. And that's really the common ground that we seem to stand on with most others that are subscribers of our report and our research and information. Like I said, we love the rural American lifestyle, and we really want to build some businesses, and we have other business entities that we're trying to build and create a legacy type play that we can leave and help our kids and hopefully help their kids move the ball just a little bit further, and it'll make things hopefully just a little bit easier for those who are coming behind us. That's really that simple. I've created this massive network of elite ag professionals, and we collectively share our thoughts and opinions and individual strategies. I'm on the phone each morning. I'm partners in many ag ventures, and I happen to be lucky enough to know many of the top ag CEOs, some of the biggest hedge fund managers, ag bankers, and many of our nation's most innovative and most successful producers. I've been lucky to make those connections and to foster those relationships and build this network. And they've really become part of our family and part of our network of friends and creative minds. And I'm inviting you through this newsletter to become a part of that group as well. I believe it's important that we get to know all of our readers and subscribers, and we send things out. I send Christmas cards and we do things, and you really do become part of our family and part of our network. You'd be invited each year to our show or our conference that we hold, and everyone gets together, and it's really neat to see. There'll be folks in the audience in bib overalls and ride-along guys wearing three-piece suits that are managing some of the biggest funds and trading some of the biggest volume in the market. So it's a really neat experience, and it's unique for sure. So I tell people it's always been hard. Change has always been hard. Our fathers and our families that came before us had to battle change. They had to learn new ways, but they persevered and they found a way to make it happen. We believe, and I make it my goal here at the Van Trump Report, that we are collectively trying to find that way. Through my network, through my friends, through the people I know, through my investments, through my mistakes. I've made many mistakes along the way. Through those, we are collectively trying to find the way to battle change, to persevere, and to move the ball forward, just like our families had to, just like our fathers and the fathers came before us. So, I believe we offer individuals and businesses a true path to profitability. Not by some magic formula or crystal ball, but by hard work and by passing along practical and proven methods and thoughts from some of the absolute best in the industry. Now, if you're serious and you're looking for help, I encourage you to sign up for our free trial today by clicking here on the screen or on the link that's provided. And here's the thing. I hate signing up for something free and they make me put in my credit card. I don't do that. When I say free, I mean free. You don't put in a credit card and there's no obligations. I don't like signing up for those things, and I don't want you to sign up for them either. I want you to read our information, our research, take your time, get to better understand what our goals and our objectives are from our end. And if you believe that we have some tools that you can use to better yourself and your business, and most importantly, better your family and put them in a position that's better, then great. We move forward and we go from there. But first, I want you to enjoy the free trial. Check it out. Please take the time each day to read it and then make a real assessment. See if this is something that you want. If it's not, no hard feelings, no harm, no foul. We part ways. Like I said, again, I thank you for your time. I wish you and your family all the best, and I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you again.